Aloha, I'm Simmy McMichael from KAHALU'U, and I'm here to save KAHALU'U Beach and also the National Historic KAHALU'U District. It is the largest archaeology site ever found in the state. And they are established, and it was 500 residents in 1800s. And the reason why is the land's so special. This is their living. They have the fishing on the ocean side, which was the Kona Lagoon and Keoho Beach Hotel. Now they're restoring and trying to make it a living cultural center. So this is the last one that's been untouched by a bulldozer. So we need to save it. And it also has this groundwater. So our water at KAHALU'U Beach is already polluted, as you know. And we do not need any added more pollution. And the underground will carry pollution from the resort. And it'll be fertilizer, pesticides, and chemicals. And downwards, we don't need it. So what it is that the land is very special. It's actually a landscape. It's also farming. And that's where the Hawaiians farm. It was a royal center. So you had the chiefs, the kahunas, and the high priests here. So there are many heiaus, there's religious sites, platforms, lava tubes. And the water is very special because once you have your plants watered, you plant the correct plants like taro, anything that's rooted. Once it's rooted and ground, the water is underground, so it waters it. You don't have to water. It's just natural landscape. And what it is the water comes from Mauna Kea to the bottom slopes of Hualalai and then down to KAHALU'U. So we cannot have them dig underground and do their underground utilities and ruin and cut off the waterways. We need to save it and make it a living cultural center, have organic farming, and at the top maybe make a museum because Kamehameha School has lots of artifacts overloading in a storage room. And then we can have the landscape, teach the keikis how to organic farm, and then have a hula halau, and then you have surfing at KAHALU'U Beach and fishing, and there you go. We can preserve our natural historic KAHALU'U district.
So what should people do if they want to help and join this movement?
Because it's a special management area, the public input is very important. So the public outcry can make a difference here. And the best way to do it is to send a direct testimony to the county, the Leeward Planning Commission, and write a letter. And if you don't want to write a letter, just simply say no. But each one gets documented. So it's the best way versus having just a petition. Each one will be documented by the county, and it will be counted for years. So I would love for everyone to just take the time. You can take a 5-minute, 10-minute, or 1 minute, but just do it because we need to save KAHALU'U for the present generation and the future generation. And we need to clean up the act there.
Thank you.
Here, let's go to, okay, well, here's the history. Here's the history of it. How it's a national historic and state historic. And this is all the archaeology back when, and it was all preserved back in 2004. How does it go from being preserved to not being preserved to data recovery? I can see it one way or the other, but not from preservation to data recovery. And so this is all that was preserved, but now only a few, a total of 14. How does that happen? When it's supposed to be the largest archaeology site in the state.
Right.
So here's goes further. Here's what Kamehameha School was preserving. And it was only supposed to be part of the employee housing and affordable housing. They had rezoned 853 acres for their Keoho resort developments. And this was part of the negotiation deal, is what they were supposed to do, is put in the affordable housing and employee housing. But how are they getting by? Oh, they're calling it CPR. They're not subdividing. And it's a private developer now. They shouldn't be let go of this. This was part of the negotiation, and goes back to why there's unaffordable housing in Keho area, and then you get to homeless because everything goes up. It's $1 million properties. The local affordable will never happen here. But that was the condition, and they should be held to it. So here it is, before preservation, only 50 homes here. And now it's after, full-on 306 development. Do the math. $25,000 per week, 52 weeks in a year, times that by 306. Then they have their common maintenance fees that they're unaware of, so it keeps escalating. So they go by default, lose the interest. How does it happen? The developer resells it again. $500 million. So here it is. These few sites, 14 sites are saved, and 306 timeshares.